What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Doing pretty good myself. Yeah, I guess I'm doing pretty good myself. We grabbed ourselves some coffee. That way we can hope to not yawn our way through our gameplay tonight. But you know what? I'm going to keep saying it, which is going to make me do it. But yawning for me is not necessarily so much sleep inducing, but it's also like I yawn it all the time. Maybe I'm tired all the time. And now I'm thinking about my life choices. I'm so depressed I can't even blink. Anyway, that audio check is good. We'll put that over there. And okay, anyway. So, we highlighted our new base. And we've been clearing out our old one. And it's been one hell of a chore, man. Sure, it's been a chore. It's kind of sad walking around here. Oh, we gotta click. Oh, there we go. So we've cleared out the vehicles and cleared out some storage. We still left some bins so that we can stick stuff in there. Got all of our desk still stuff out of the way, and we cleaned up the blood room. Boy, we're really choppy tonight. What is going on? These generators were hidden somewhere, so I still kind of needed them to be up and running, so we had to just kind of stick them out in the open. Got some in here, too. And another box. We got rid of all of this stuff, most of our decor. We still got some lights here and there. And you know what? Let's just go outside. I didn't want to let this base rot. It deserves better than that because it served us well. And you know, we all up until this point, this has been our home. We tore out the side part and we tore up the hangar, so we've just got the basic part here. And it's funny because looking at this, you know, I'm kind of seeing the progress I made playing the game in reverse. Yeah, I did have a fuel cell on me, but it was small. And there we go. Because, you know, it started out as just the center part, and then I made this front garage when I got my buggy and the sand bike. And then this area, actually, before it was a spice refinery, was where my main hangar was. And when I got my first ornithopter. And then we decided, you know, we got to assault after. Christ. It was so freaking loud, man. Holy cow, what is going on? But yeah, we built that upper hangar once we had multiple ornithopters. And then we turned this into our spice area. So, I mean, you know, it as I've been taking it apart, it's been a little bittersweet. You know? Skadoosh, huh? Where'd that one coming from? Sounded like it was over there. Man, we're gonna have a loud night tonight, I can tell. I don't know if I adjusted volumes or what. I hope that's not too loud for you guys. We'll have to see. But anywho. That's a ship coming down. But yeah, it's been kind of bittersweet. Spent a lot of hours coming in and out of this area, and where we are now is what happened in here. Good God, man, just crash already, dude. So, gotta be careful when you're deleting stuff and demolishing things, because like you click on the button and it doesn't go away right away, so you think you missed it, so you click on it again, but then it does disappear, and then this thing automatically gets whatever's behind it, and it's been a little crazy. So, but for right now, our goal is to finish the teardown. There's actually nothing here except these generators and that water tank and some boxes. I have cleared out all the machinery. I didn't take down my Yahoo Atreides stuff yet. We got rid of the donkeys. That made me sad. I remember when I put the donkeys up here. You'll see we have a door here now because, you know, this part is still here. This is where, you know, we had our vehicle fabricator there. We had our ore refineries. So all of this stuff has to come down. And I wanted to make sure that when I did that, it didn't open up the entire base to the outside world. There's nothing in here, so we could run around and look at structure. But done most of it with my assault. Thank goodness they increased the amount of space those things can hold. This was just in what I've torn down so far today, or for yesterday. I'll never need to mine any of this stuff again. Holy crap. That was something that I thought about, was I had so much of this Plastone in the walls and everything. It still got a ton. And I was mining it to make the new base because, you know, we had to have the same, you know, both of them up at the same time. And now, man, you know, it's an issue. Probably some in this box too. A bunch in this box. So we may need to take some of this and just kind of leave it on the ground. Like I'd said before, since I've spent so much time and effort here and done so much, I didn't just want to clear out all the important stuff and then just let this structure sit and rot. That's, I mean, you know, it's like putting a personality into a light that you throw away and feel all sad that it's sitting out in the rain, if you remember that commercial. But it's just the way I am. I'm sorry, can't help it. I think we're full over here too. I'm gonna actually get in instead of checking that. But let's see, pull up here. So, and one of the issues we have is that I don't have a place to park the assault anymore, so it's going to be out in the open. If I do, we brought the Scout over here just to, you know, just for this run. But I need to get rid of a bunch of this stuff so we have a bunch of space. I mean, we still have quite a bit, so we could do the tear down. So, guess we will. So, best way I found to do this is you need a box, preferably a big one, and you take it with you. Sorry, microphone's in the way. So it's kind of rough running through here like this, but so we're going to come in here and we'll drop the box, and then we're just going to take away everything that's around all of this stuff here until we're at that wall. And we'll keep going from there. But the reason I want to bring a box along with me is because you fill up pretty quick when you're destroying stuff. And can you see that? That was a misfire there. It's good to have a box sitting there that you could just dump this material into, and you know, all one foul swoop, it's all gone. Going around the perimeter here so that it eventually will just not have enough support for this ceiling, and it should just all blow up. And we're at 95 now, so you can save time, because like I could tear up this guy here on the top, or we could just take away the ones below it. Anything above the structure is going to fall. And that also makes it a little squinchy there, because you got to make sure there's nothing above you. If there's like a box or something above that, or a machine, it'll break it down if there's no support for it. So, but yeah, not too thrilling here. But this is what we did almost all day yesterday. So I'm at about 172 out of 175. Now it's time to head over here, and we will take this, drop it over here, and put those both over. Now we're ready to keep going. The reason we're doing this, I had mentioned it before, but you know, why are you tearing up the whole base? This was a great area for what I needed at the time, but we got to the point where we just kind of outgrew this this part, and you know, we just needed to be elsewhere. So it should make that whole wall go. You also got to be careful when you do that because that'll fill up your inventory real quick. I was bringing aluminum ore over here as I was doing this because I had spent so much time and effort on, you know, having water resources that I had 700,000 water and needed to do something with it, and I didn't want to just dump it on the ground. You know, it's not how you do Arrakis. And boom. So I would just collect some, since I'm so close to it, I would collect some aluminum ore and bring it over here to process it. Which, you know, I thought was great because I didn't want to waste the water, and you can always use materials, right? And the end result here is I probably will not, it'll be months before I ever have to collect aluminum ever again, man. Look at that. We had some sneaky little space right here. I remember doing that. Come on. So if you fill up, it'll drop it on the ground. You can see it down there. And here's some more. So we're going to just add this. Wasn't close enough, sorry. And let's pick up those boxes. It only had 4 in it. That had a bunch. Tell you who's going to be happy about me leaving, these guys right over there, dude. I have killed them so many times. And the guys that are over here by the testing station, they are so thrilled watching me tear this apart. I could not even tell you how many things I own that came from them. Their water. They're finally going to have some peace. It'll probably be a day that they celebrate the day the monster left. I don't blame them. That was horrible. At least to them I was. Some of these things, like here, sometimes you just put it. There was one. I didn't even know that was there. So I'm just like, you know, you hit areas, even if you point it underground. At least, ooh boy, look at that. We are close to screwing up. That is an awesome corner. Holy cow. I was warning you that you got to be smart about this. You can't do stupid stuff like that, dude. Come on, man. I'll stick that right in there because we're not gonna be doing that. That was close. I'd have had to pick all this. I'd probably would have left it at that point. My sheepishness and my integrity only goes so damn far to have to do all this again. And this was the issue that I had over here with stuff like this, with this spiky rocks. There was just no way to build around this as I kept growing and maintain like sanity. I really thought that was going to bring it all down. That did. And it's kind of also comical because Plastone is pretty easy to get. So, I mean, you know, and like I said, I've got so much of it now. Why am I worried about it? Just play how you want, right? Gotta be careful because it's getting to be nighttime, which means the Sardaukar are gonna be here. They're gonna be glad to see me gone too. Blame them. Right, a lot of it is gone now. I'm going to take it right up to the walls. Just, you know, because I don't know where... Oh. Bit of So I was standing over here when I cleared that section, and that's why that occurred. So, boop, and boop. And now we're going to retreat back into here some, so we get the door open. Ah, stop. And I guess we'll put this kind of right here. Gotta be careful. It's not that I care about a fight, but, you know, come on, man. Let me do my thing. Door. Alright, we'll just go out and do it. God's sakes. There we go. You can see I did have quite an extensive setup here. A lot of money involved in this. Wasn't that long ago that this base was just this area. Like, nothing. There wasn't a door here. It was absolutely nothing. Everything was focused from here to the right. And, you know, this was Sandpike, no ornithopter days. It was quite a while ago. Oy vey. There is also the potential of leaving some of this here because once I delete the console, it becomes fair territory for anybody. So if somebody needed some building materials, it'd be nice for them to take it and grab it here. And they could plop their own thing down, and this technically would be a functioning base to an extent. But yeah. Well, tell you what we'll do. We're gonna go upstairs. And we're gonna take all of this apart. I said I do have to be careful. Them Sardaukar. Now, you see here, there's this light. Now that's just some salvage metal. But when you destroy both walls or the wall that it's on, it automatically destroys itself. And you'll see there I got the salvage metal as well. So don't have to worry too much about the wrong button there. Don't have to worry too much about being exact. You don't have to worry about roofs at all, because once you destroy the walls surrounding them, it's going to automatically take out anything that's above it. As long as there's no point of contact at all. Oop. So I think we can go ahead and take out almost all of this area. There you go. See, that's a good point. You will see I gotta be careful because we didn't bring a box up here with us. It does look kind of strange to me, having spent so much time here and upstairs. Seeing it shape it's in. But hey, you know, we all grow up. And things change. funny seeing all the potential ideas that I had. Like I wanted to do certain things and just didn't do them. It leaves a... Well, I'm tearing everything out, so it should be fine. You gotta be careful because that box is destroyable. That would cause huge problems. And I'm just waiting for the Sardaukar to come over here, and I'm actually gonna build some. I'm gonna fill up those little stairwells. Lord knows we got the materials, right? Over there. Oh yeah, I lost it for a second. It's like, dude, what the hell am I talking about? We all full up now. Oh my gosh, the amount of time that it put into this too, you know. Another light that's gonna get destroyed. Now that's also something I want to bring up. I destroyed a piece here and a bunch of the roof parts came off up there. So it has something to do with the stability, like I guess a piece offers stability around it. So, you know, I mean, think about it. There's no reason for this to be up in the air right now. That should have collapsed a long time ago, but it hasn't, so... Oh, we got some stuff. Oh, what's going on over there? How great would that be if a worm finally takes this? I don't know why there's a light here. I don't know what's making that glow so much. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's making that glow. I think because on the other side of this is where I've got my Atreides flag, and that is where the lamp, like the ceiling light, is. We are going to take you away, and we're going to switch to the walls, and we're going to put a door here. I don't care if it's inner or outer face. Doesn't really matter right now. That's a close one. Yep, so the wave hit us that quick. We have been ignoring that, you know, to our own sadness. We have been ignoring spice blows and all sorts of things. We have a purpose, though. So. There's one little piece of granite in there, really? This will be a good one. We should just be able to take this out, and everything above us should go. That is the strongest little archway that's ever... Man, look at that thing. Boom. And of course we're going to drop a bunch on the ground because we can't hold this much. Do-do-do-do-do. So, wow, okay. There was a lot up there. And I kind of knew that I needed to change and to move positions, and I knew it for a while. I didn't want to do it just because I put so much time and effort into building this base, and this is where I've been playing the whole time. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, we put like a strange type of nostalgia to it, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's silly, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature, you know. See, I think what we'll do is we'll make this a door, just like we did the other one, and then that's going to leave us just this little block right here, which isn't much. That was just an archway, but now, fine. That's a door, which means all of this stuff can go too. I almost hit that button, folks. Yes, I did. Did not want to go this way. Right there. Okay, so everything on this side can go, but these generators. Got to see how much, bro. How much? I only need 135 power, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We will. Just gonna demolish these ones. There should be some fuel cells laying on the ground. Be pretty heavy. Told you. So much material we're gonna have to move. Holy cow. Of course, keeping everything I get is one of the reasons that I'm in the position I'm in, you know. For anybody that says there's nothing to do in the game, I would advise them to move their base, and you'll find out just how much there can be to do. Oh, look at this. So this was old, this was the original foundation. And this was underneath stuff, so I didn't know that I hadn't changed it. So literally, why is it the granite stone material? Because I hadn't even gotten to the point where I could make the Plastone and have the nice pretty tile floors and the sand resistant stuff. So I didn't even know this was in there. That is crazy. Holy cow. That's original. This was laid down when I first came over here. Wow. We're gonna leave that for now. That is crazy. I thought I'd gotten rid of all of them and switched them over to the Plastone, but apparently I hadn't. It's crazy. Now look at this. There's a bit of a clip right here. Something got missed. Wonder if that was letting sand in. Probably do without these. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna blow these guys up too. Boom, boom, and boom. Does it really matter if the power goes down? I mean, not really. The only thing that would bother me about that is we have a ton of some of these boxes have some really nice stuff left in them. It's not all just stone, flat stone, and granite and fuel cells, salvage metal. As you can see here, you know, I would hate to lose that. All of this stuff. And in fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring you over. And we're going to load up. Already started, I guess. Oh, boy, that did bad things, didn't it? Holy cow. Let's get you back over here, man. So we still have the buggy here. I'm going to pull the light stuff out of the buggy. We'll put the light stuff in the, put the light stuff in our thopter. I mean, that's 50. It's much better to carry out of here than so much of this stuff now. That would be good to bring, but I'm not going to be able to bring it all. Let's split it in half, and we'll take one big block. Take as much as we can. So we left 200. Left some space, which it's not ideal, but it'll be all right. I'm gonna leave that. Take off the ceiling. Take off these walls. Should probably leave this because there's the rest of the base is behind that. Leave that wall. So let's just do that. That way, when we come back, we don't have to think about it. That would be a horror show right now if we accidentally deleted this. Holy crap, dude. It would be so much effort to get the, because it would drop everything that's in there on the ground. And as you can see, we can't carry that much with us. So we would end up having to, pick every piece of that up and put it back. We have to remake the box and then pick everything up. I forgot to put those out there. There's wind chimes. It's like it's antagonizing me, guys. Spice is flowing. So that whole thing being supported by these guys. Makes sense, I guess. Get rid of you. We're down as far as we can go. This will probably fill us up pretty heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should make it all go away. Let's go over here. Watch it explode, plus that way when it drops on the ground, it's in an area we can grab it from. Yep. Let's get off of you. Sorry. Come on. See how much is in this. Not as much as I thought. I'm actually kind of sad. Kind of disappointed. Okay, so we'll go here. And we're going to move this box. Take it inside. And we're still water sealed, which is pretty good. That makes me happy. And we'll come over here. And let's just be sensible. Big old box here. And for right now, that's going to be pretty good. We're still water sealed, so the important things are there. Those are closed off. Oh yeah, water-wise, guess I should drink some since we're about to die here. We ended up still having about 12. Yeah, it was like 10 or 12. We had 12,000 water that we didn't use in the process of all this, so I figure I'm just going to bring an empty liter john over once we get it down to 10, and I'll be able to pull every bit of water out of here. Don't know how much this isn't going to do too much, is it? Well, I mean, down to 11. Sure, we'll get extra thirsty as well. But yep, this is all that's left. Unpaid taxes of 14,000. That's okay because before this 6 days is up, we're gonna blow it. So technically, I'm saving 14 grand by doing this. So that's pretty cool, I guess. We definitely don't want to refuel the generators because that would make us have to do work all over again. We're still way over, so that's fine. I think the only thing that's causing power are these little lights, and I don't think the lights do it actually. This does. So, all right. So we're gonna check these boxes for anything. We'll take some valuable stuff like that. Don't leave that laying around. Advanced machinery is important as well. The rest of the stuff is just kind of some general stuff. Let's take a look before we super excited. Well, I can take it all. Look at that. Basic materials and a whole bunch of other basic materials. So I'll tell you what, take the copper. Can't take the copper because we only have a wee bit. Let's split it to 12. Let's see. And how much? Just shy of 2. Okay, so Thopter's completely full. So are we. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's kind of sad. I gotta admit, it's kind of sad. Is what it is, though, right? It is what it is. No, I'm not gonna cry. I said I wouldn't cry. I said I wouldn't cry. Put this back in for a second. Here we are playing around. We're damn near gonna crash, man. I just kind of want to hear what the second here. I just want to hear how loud it is for you guys because it's insanely loud. That's definitely louder than it normally is. I usually have it kind of low. It's got to be like a master volume or something that went on. Okay, so yeah, here we are, new base, landing pads, all sorts of great things. Finally got all of our Thopters over here at one time, including the one upstairs. Not happy with the upper hangar. So we definitely have to make some changes, but here's something that's super fun. I made, like, you know, you got your storage boxes up here, and I was kind of loosey-goosey with that, and I made big storage unit there. I got those are just temporary. And I made a big, huge storage thing right here, and there's the storage units that are down there, and I actually tried to make a box, and it said, sorry, you've reached your limit. I was like, oh my god, I've reached the limit on storage boxes? Look, did this. It's cool. Put the lights on there so it looks awesome. Can't forget the carpet. Much smaller. I don't know if you remember, we were standing there. We used to have statues and all sorts of crazy stuff in here. We compacted that out a little bit. It's one thing that I did with that other base was I would make things far too large. There was a whole bunch of dead space. There's still some dead space here, but keep in mind I haven't finished filling up where I need to go. But it's a much more compact and it's a much more vertical. Put some internal pillars and all that. This area is still huge, but to be honest, I have a buggy that's got to go here. I've got my old bike, which I was thinking about getting rid of. That is my Mark 6 sitting over there, so that one we definitely have to keep. Got some stuff I want to put in here. And we also have that crazy wheel thing once we actually go and get it. We got to put that in here as well. I was thinking about getting rid of that set of stairs and maybe putting it over here, putting it someplace else. And that door going into the other room there does kind of be in the way. But yeah, we could put a bike there or the tread wheel thing, get rid of that bike. Be nice. I still have another fabricator to build and some other stuff. This is all just kind of here and in the way. But yeah, I have to make some decisions, and I'm still, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, look at it, dude, it's crazy. I'm the idiot. So let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, we can only make one more box before we're in trouble. I do have a lot of empty ones laying around, and we are eventually going to condense all this stuff. So, you know, makes sense. But yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, holy crap, are you kidding me, dude? Seriously? 135 boxes we put around? So yeah, I gotta clean up my storages. And like I said, it won't be so bad. There's a ton of the building materials I don't need, so we'll leave that laying on the sand. And right now, I've just got a lot of boxes that I can show you. Okay, so here, Plastonium. It looks like I'm not very full, but as you know, or you can see, it's in the other thing. So we got aluminum. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, right here, we've got another set that's almost full. So, boom, and then we've got another one here. I can only fit like another 250 of this, I think, in there before that fills up this box. But like the plan here was also to have titanium above it, all that. And I thought this was a great idea, but now that I'm thinking about it, having storage boxes down here, I got to run down this way. And then I've got my fabricators up. So, kind of dumb. So we might actually be taking all of this and chucking it upstairs to figure out a good way to do that. And I've got a very loose idea of where all this stuff is going right now. Yeah. So, like, I can kind of keep it in my head right now. I know that this is where ore refinery is. So that's what you'll find in that box. I'm actually carrying a lot of silicone stuff. Bells are coming from. So we made a much shorter version because there's really only a couple things that come out of your chemical factory. I'm sorry about the boxes laying around, and I just built a repair facility here because the repair station, because I actually had things that were broken, and I was like, crap, dude. So I had to make this, pulling out my sword to attack this box. But anyway, so here I've got my etheriate crystals, and I was going to run them all the way across, and then down here would be cobalt storage. As you can see, we've got one full and another there. This is going to be flour sand, because right now the box is empty, and so is this one. So we don't have much flour sand, but as you can see, we've been filling up these guys here, and we're bringing in more. Doot, 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 and boom. Okay, there we go. This one here has a bunch in it as well. This also comes from the fact that I had to get rid of all the water in the old base. I needed to do something. This was very easy. Just go out, get a bunch of flour sand, come back. It didn't use much, So that's why I have so much of this, because it took so damn much. But yeah. One issue I have is I can't get from over here to over there without either going up or down stairs. I know that sounds stupid, but I got to look at that because I'm not happy. I did do the large boxes here just because I wanted to and I'm allowed. So we're going to put our spice just like we had set up at the old base. Even though it's a much smaller section, I don't think. Oh, we did. Look at that. So there we go. I've got to find a place to put a medium refinery. Normally, when you go with a larger one, it's better because it's going to be more efficient. It's going to take a lot less materials to make or produce something. And some of the stuff, like you need the large refinery like that one over there in order to do like your plastanium and stuff with the deep desert or the tier 6 materials. You're going to need that big boy over there. The other ones can't do it, but it'll make a ton more of the older material since it's a much bigger unit. So there's really no reason to have a medium or a small ore refinery since I have the large. Not to say that there aren't some reasons. For instance, let's say that you queue up a whole bunch of stuff and, oh, I need to make a little bit of something. There is a way that you can go in. I don't know that I can make anything right now. Yeah, I can. Okay. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do, okay, we're going to do 10 of these things and we're going to pause it though. We'll do 20 because I think it moves quick, right? Okay. So we started making this, we've got 20 queued up. Now let's say all of a sudden I want to make something and I need a couple iron things, but unfortunately I've already got this queued. Now, of course, this is tiny amounts, but I'm talking like, let's say we had 500 of this being made. But we needed to make 10 of the iron real quick for something that we had to do like right now, fixing a piece of equipment, or maybe like we have to make a new wing or something like that. If you expand this, you'll see that here's the copper that's actually being made right now. And here is what I have queued up and how long it's going to take. And then here's the iron ore. Let's say I needed this right away. You click that up arrow, it'll move it up in queue. You can't ever get higher than the thing that's currently being made, but you can move that up just by hitting that up arrow. And if you hit the X, it's going to delete that queue and it's going to put a bunch of materials on you. So just be careful with that. But let's say in this case, I was making 1,000 of these. I'm like, oh, I need to make 10 of this. If I push it up there and then we resume, it's going to finish off the one it had to make. Machine's going to stop. And now it's going to pop out those iron real quick that I need. And you can go. So that is why I had a large ore and a medium ore in the same room, was in case I'm making one thing and I got to make another, because I didn't know you could do that. Now I do. So there's no point in having the medium one unless you're really at the point where you've just got to crank out a ton of materials. But, with some planning and hoarding, shouldn't be ever really in the situation where you're that hard up for stuff. So since you can bounce something and do it up, and also it just, sticks it off to the side here like it's normally supposed to. So yeah, there's no real reason to have extra ore refineries. And the same thing goes for the chemical factories upstairs, where you're going to be doing like strontium. And it starts up, and now it's going to finish that copper order. For the exact same reason, you can set this thing to queue up to make a bunch of something, and if you need something else right away, just pause it and change your queue and make what you need, and then just resume and act like, whatever. The exception to that is with spice. And the reason I say that is once you've built a large spice refinery, this is definitely the way to go. It's the largest amount. If you do the math, I think a small refinery uses 100 spice to make one melange. A medium uses 75 spice to make one melange, and a large uses 50. So as you can see there, you're going to get a ton more efficiency out of here. For every one melange you can make in a small, you can make two out of a large one. The issue, though, is with this large guy, you can only make spice 200 melange at a time, but you have to have 10,000 spice. And here I've only got 1754. So you need a huge amount in order for this to happen. So let's say that you need to build something, you need to repair something, and it only needs a couple melange to do it, and you've run out. Eventually, if you start playing long enough and build up enough, you'll have a lot. You see, I don't have too much, but I mean, some of these things take a lot. Like, you'll need like 60 or 80 for some of the vehicle parts, etc., and stuff like that. But the point I'm trying to make is, let's say, you know, right now I've only got 1754. If I don't have any other machine except this one to make it, I need to go out there and get about 8,000 spice sand in order to make the 200 melange. And let's say I only needed 3. How long is it going to take me to get 8,000? I mean, I just kind of casually go for spice. Yeah, you go out to the desert and etc., but you get the point. Now with a medium one, I wouldn't advise doing the small. It's just really inefficient, but it does do quick, and you can get one. But you'll get 10 out of the medium one, and it only costs 750. So I could get 10 spice sand. Actually, I can get 20 out of a medium one right now, and maybe that's all I needed. All I needed was 5 or 6. This has actually come up with me where I didn't have any melange made. I was at about 5,000 or 6,000, and I needed filters right away because there's a little bit of spice that goes into the filters, and my equipment needed repairs, and I didn't have any. So having the medium spice refinery, I was able to make just a small little batch with just a small amount that I had, and it got me through, and I fixed what I had to and made some filters, and now we're driving on, and then eventually we'll make a big batch. So the spice refinery, I would advise you to get, once you get to the point where you have a large and a medium, you don't need to have a small anymore. But that's the only piece of equipment that you really need to kind of do that with as far as the refineries go. And unfortunately, we've got a very small room. I wanted them small. I thought about maybe moving the boxes back there and possibly stick a medium one somewhere in there. But I don't know if I want to be running back here. And I don't know if it'll fit. Let's find out. I'm gonna hit the wrong buttons, so it's gonna make, you know, weird things happen. Can we stick this? Can. Okay, so I'll tell you what, we're gonna do that. Try to center it as nice as I can. We're gonna bounce it around. It's good enough for now. So let's see. I'm in the wrong menu for this. That was. So yeah. Small refinery, you don't need it. Medium, you don't need it. But if you want one, go for it. As long as you can build the large. Now, obviously, you build a small until you get enough resources to build this, to build the medium, and then once you get enough resources, you can build the large refinery. But once you can build the large one, probably get rid of the little ones. That was another issue I had, was I kept way too many pieces of machinery that I never used. Once I got the large, I think I turned on, in the course of 2 months of playing, maybe I turned my old medium one on once, just to do it. With the chemical refineries, it was a little different because I didn't know you could jump things, and I would set up 999 cobalt or silicone blocks, and then I'd be like, dude, if I don't have some fuel cells, these can't be driving around. So I'd have to wait. If I'd have known that, I could have just paused it, queued up something different. So I did keep it and use it for that, but now, no, we're not doing that. We'll go with just the medium chemical refinery to manage it a little better. Here's what I'm talking about. You really don't need a small spice refinery. I guess it's not small, it's just a spice refinery. I'm going to build a medium one right now just for that backup. Probably won't turn it on, but I want it as a backup once you get to large. The medium is great, and that will help you get there. But yeah, once you're at a large, I would still keep that medium. It's one of the only machines that I definitely say you should still keep the step back version of it because it will be handy. Um, I don't think I'm going to have a blood purifier in this base. Um, I just don't use it. I guess I could, just in the event that something ever comes up, like they have some quest or something. Can't see why they would, but maybe it'll show up. But here we go with the yawning. Um, Once you can make the improved one, there's no reason to have that one, so delete it. I've actually seen quite a few people like their bases deteriorating, and I'll just run in and take a look and get some ideas and stuff. And I'll see people that'll have one of these and they'll have two of these sitting beside it. It's like, bro, you need to calm down, man. You're just taking up space. As far as destills go, once you can make the advanced one, you don't need these guys. And this is a duraluminum product, so you don't even have to leave Haga to be able to make this thing. But yes, let's go ahead and place this in here if we can. It's an invalid position, bro. Now I know this isn't the way it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be looking directly at it, but it's my base. I can do what I want to. We're going to put it right there. Oh. Perfect. And we're going to set the our bomb there because that's what we do. It's awful tight though, isn't it? You might be like, wow, that guy really knows his gravity mines because look how... Yeah, I do, because I do this all the time. Constantly throwing abilities. Hey, a decree was signed. Okay. It is kind of tight. That might end up moving out of here just for the sake of visuals. But I tell you what I will do is we will be moving this box into the corner like we did on the other side because I like that. That'll work. Ends task revealed. Why is there a task revealed right now? Holy cow. Alright, so we might end up having to move those back a little bit more. We'll see what's going on. I might take apart some of this. Make it a larger entryway. Should we? Dude, what's going on? We're going to do that. We're going to take you out, and we're going to take you out, and then we're going to go back to building. Got to get away from here. Dude. Walls. Big gate. How does that look? Just hanging out in the air. Stop. Looks a little silly. Not gonna lie, but I think we might be able to pull out our sword and where did these guys go onto it? Dude. A little better. Not much, but it is a little better. Might leave that for now. I just like the fact that it highlights this machine. I mean, it took all the time to put those lights on it, and then you can't even see them. But yeah. Anywho. We did rebuild our Yay House Atreides stuff. It's not quite as bright, but that's okay. We need to... I made this little room here. This is where some of the fancier boxes are. This is just like all the money and some of the rare item and stuff that I have. This here is the cutter array. It looks like I used the cobalt paste, so horrible me. Need to find 18 of it. I don't have that on me. Still haven't given that away to anybody, so if you could use a taro cutter array to help you get through into the duraluminum stage of life, let me know. Drop something in the comments. And this is a Mark IV, my old Mark IV ornithopter. So again, keeping stuff that you move on from. I've made no secret about it that I made my first ornithopter, took it to Arakeen, paid my taxes, looked around, and then immediately lost it to a worm as soon as I came back to Agave. And so the only thing I did with my first ornithopter was pay taxes, and then it got destroyed. It's my own fault. Then I built this one, and I used this one all the way up to the point where I could make the Mark V. And once I got the Mark V, I took this one apart, stuck it in the box. And the theory on that was, if something happens to my Mark V, instead of having to try to build another one and maybe not have all the materials, I would be able to put this guy together who could at least get me around and get me through some stuff until I could build the Mark V back up, and away it goes. And I planned on doing the same thing with the Mark VI once I got to that point, but I just never disassembled the Mark V stuff. And the reason being is, if I'm doing silly things like, let's say I have to take stuff from crashed ships, because there's a chance a worm could come and eat me and destroy my ornithopter, I'll use the Mark V, not the Mark VI. Because it's easier to replace, it's cheaper to replace, and I have more abundant materials in order to do that. When I do spice mining or harvesting, I usually use the Mark V, just in case I get eaten. Now, if I'm gonna fly around, like go to the deep desert, always with the Mark VIs. Except if I'm doing something in the completely safe and there's absolutely no way I'm ever gonna see a worm or be in a PvP zone, then I'll take the 5s. But I kept this for, honestly, what I would like to do is get myself to being so fancy that I can make another Mark V and stick it in this box and then just get rid of this. I thought about giving this to somebody, and especially like new players coming in, be like, hey, here you go, an ornithopter. But I don't want to do that, because even though I destroyed mine almost immediately because I'm an idiot, the first one I made, I was like so accomplished. I was like, holy cow, look at me, I did it. This is so cool. And I made it, jumped in, flew around. I was like, oh, dude, I could wait. I wanted to fly one of these things from the start. I'd hate to take that away from somebody. That feeling. And also, if I gave somebody who just started, say they literally just started, they came out of the menu, and they're like, okay, what do I do now? And I'm like, hey, dude, here you go. Boom, and I drop a thopter. That is going to cut so much game time out of them. And they're going to just be zipping around and getting this stuff done. Some of that rubber banding, it sucks, but at least it gets you used to driving and the area. So I'm not going to want to give that to anybody. What I thought about doing, and the reason I still kept it, again, this is for my own use too, but if anybody in the guild or somebody on this server was like, yep, I just lost everything and now I'm stuck in Griffin's Reach and I don't have anything. Somebody who was in my situation where they got to that point, they had an ornithopter and then they lost it, I could find them and drop this off to them and be like, here you go, bud. And kind of get them back to where they already were. I don't want to give this to somebody who doesn't have one already. More so to replace a loss. But yeah, I'm babbling now. That was part of my sandwich. Gross. What do we have in... This was all the stuff that was in a box in the room, my blood room from before. It's like I emptied everything out of the Thopters, so that's good. So in the backpack, we only have a couple things. I'm obviously not going to do this online. Hey, look at that. There's some blood in this bag. Gross. But I'm got a lot of organizing to do. I got a whole lot of organizing to do. Not looking forward to that at all. So, these look really cool. I put ceiling lights over top of them too. But these things look really cool at night. Which is relatively far away. But, yeah, we're going to bring one of the Scout Thopters over when we have to get the last vehicle over there, which is our buggy. And that I'm going to try to make the final trip. Yeah, so the last trip I make is going to be where I put everything else that remains in the buggy and bring it over. We'll probably do that later on tonight, but you don't need to see that. I mean, there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into here. It's also why my Mark 6 stuff is in such great shape. It's because I very sparingly use it. We're getting better at landing on this stuff, by the way. Since we're not going to be using it for quite a while, I want to make sure we line it up nice and perfect. And we hit the wrong button. There we go. That nice and shiny. Alright, so back into this bad boy we go. Of course we're going to accept it. Like I said, that's why these guys are usually in worse shape than the Mark 6. We still do take them out for a spin, though. It's real nice to be so snappy and fast moving. Set off the bomb. Boom. Go ahead and put our shield on. Just some carbide scraps. Tell you what, leave that there just in case we get a storm. Let's go say hi to the Masquerade and collect some resources. I wonder if last time it's because I killed the one that you can see down the hallway there. That's what made everybody spawn so strange. Most of the time when I come through here, they aren't on high alert, so maybe it was my fault. I also want to point out that you look for this thing here and also the set of stairs. We're about to upset them. Ah, it's me. Hey, there's some Diamondine Dust. That shouldn't have alerted them. Yeah, see, look, they're nice and spread out. I might actually be able to get up here and just steal all you guys' stuff without upsetting too many people. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, dude. What is going on? They're gonna kill me. Something happened there. I was completely stuck on the stairs. I know that when they shoot you and all that stuff. Yeah. I know when they shoot you and all that stuff that it like stuns you and slows you down there. But I think when it did that, something happened. I could not break out of it. That'll be okay, though. whatever got me stuck once the chain gun guy started unloading on me, that was all she wrote. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to kill them all. And then we don't have to worry about any of those problems, right? What's the matter? This is what got these guys in trouble with me in the first place, was got ganked by, oh, there's another guy right up there. Hey. Psst, psst. There you go. Take it all. We'll take it all and then dump what we don't want. But yeah, that's what got these guys a problem with this before. It's their arrogance and glitchiness. Once again, the Jackrabbit Masquerade feud continues. Okay. Why are you not dead? Oh, look at you. Come on. Learn to parry. I'm not very good at it. Well, I am, but I'm not. I need to be better. But, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why'd you run up here and then run away? I missed. A little bit of a curveball on that, That took way too long. Be all dead now because just didn't let me steal your stuff. I think she's got a shield on, so yep. And there should be one more guy, one of the chain gun guys. Unless I killed two. Just start this fight.
My sisters, my brothers. Long has the sun of Arrakis blazed across the desert sands. Long has it burned on the minds of all that labor under its domain. Long have the winds of the Coriolis
Nicely done.
across the mountains and valleys. So too have they swept through uncounted miles.
These are good ones to practice on. Kill all the guys with guns, and then you can get one of these melee people and just practice. Just because you get the parry and they stun doesn't mean you have to kill them. So, you know, it's a good way to practice, get used to it. Definitely should do that. Should take my own damn advice, right? I just heard somebody talk. There you are. Could be more bad guys up there. Oh, I got excited. I thought that was Thought there was good box, but it's not. Don't shoot poison at me, dude.
Absolute. We masquerade shoulder this burden, and
Usually when you see a bad guy, there's a reason.
we carry the words, and we triumph over our adversaries.
Definitely got to be careful in here. I have walked up and
Their bond.
electrocuted myself.
Not all have been constant in their devotion. No.
I feel like that's not the only thing that should be here. I'll take that. Why not?
In name only. Fremen is a name that unites them. Yet I say it is a name that sets them apart. It is a name that now christens the fallen. A name that libels the truth.
That's so scary, dude.
No.
You get too close to that.
No longer
It's
used.
goodbye time.
Except in the rising against those who have blackened their eyes and lost their way. We are the masquerades! Yes. Yes. Now, my sisters, my brothers, my warriors, know that Shai is the life of Arrakis, and the masquerades
And with the meatballs.
sustains it.
Alright.
Sanctify your hearts,
Still gotta go pick up our
forever live
dead spot.
in Shai Hulud.
Can I open that still? I can. Good. So I was just looking. I picked up that armband, but then they killed me. So just wanted to make sure that still had it. Okay. Sorry, I was getting distracted. Alright, and the same thing as I said before. Let's take this stuff here. Reload you, and we'll reload you. Oh, she coming.
I see the enemy.
Yeah. Shoot. That was neat. Get ready for her coming in. One sniper still alive. Probably got caught. Yeah, she did get caught. It actually kind of did serve a purpose. Maybe that wasn't such a bad misfiring of my gravity mine. There's just a couple coins in this guy, yeah. That's actually a mission item, but
Nala, bless this weapon.
yeah, bless that webbing. Whoa. God, that is horrifying. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oop, sitting here looking at that. Zoop and zoop. Doo-doo. Okay, let's see. Some more. 7 carbide scraps. That's nice. 5 and then 13 are hard to see there. 5 and 13. We're doing good on carbide this time. I think I need heavy darts. Take you anyway, right? Oh, okay, so that's a thumper thing again. That's cool. What is that, clapper? Ha, yeah, clapper Mark IV. So it's a much better thumper. Haven't really used those, so definitely got to experiment with that. Or I guess I'll take the poison mist. Don't really need it. Always good for aluminum. We're gonna leave those and that. So, right, that's a good run. I hung out in here one time. I think I went and did something else, or like real life type stuff. And those guys respawn, whether you're in there or not. So don't hang out in that area. Man, there's so much open space here that's like, don't go up there, by the way. You get shocked and you get killed. I looked at this and I was like, cool, I wonder what's back there. Man, death. I'm sorry, what?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
And it's in the sector, so that one game on to us quick. Well, we're gonna hide back in here because here we are sheltered. Now we're enclosed. This is why you leave your thopter in that little hidey hole there. So because if she was out in the open, she'd be taking some damage right now. Come on, man. Longest sandstorm ever. Oh, look at that. Wasn't there when we came in, was it? That's something new that they've added where it's just like little daily task and things. Hell, we might as well go see them. Like, hey person, are you alright? Because there's just a hell of a sandstorm that blew through here. And I think you did alright. Is that the ghoul? Yeah. What's up, sister?
My familiar stranger returns. I have a contract that needs attention in Misa Toril.
Okay.
A masquerade leader seeks peace with the sandflies. The great houses prefer these bandit factions to be fighting one another. You know what to do.
So whenever you get the contracts from this person, they're usually pretty close. I mean, unfortunately, we were just there, but... We're actually kind of heading back that way. Well, I hope it's not the one inside the bottom part that we just messed with. Where the hell am I going, man? I don't think I have anything that's like... Oh, sorry. Anything that is too heavy right now. Man, we are running pretty tight in there. Bopter's back in the background going nuts. Probably drop that later, but alright, let's go. Oh, I don't want to go that way. Looks like whoever we gotta end isn't, surprised that didn't hurt me. I don't think they're all the way in. Yeah.
My people, my sisters, my brothers, long has the sun of Arrakis blazed across the desert sands. Long has it burned upon the minds of all that labor under its dominion. Long have the winds of the corridors
What's up, sneaky person?
mountains and valleys. So too have they swept through uncounted minds, scouring the truth of history from 1,000 generations of memory. Through all and beyond time itself.
That was pretty easy.
One has presided. One who marks not the movement of stars. One whose command of power is infinite.
I thought it was going to make me go back underneath there
His father
and make that like that boss fight.
yet bears
Usually those are pretty tough.
of our hearts.
That's nice to get a little bonus money right there. These are those pilgrim people. Hello.
Peace be upon you. A welcome return. Our camp is your camp. There are, alas, more burial totems to place. I remind myself that we owe our fallen celebration rather than sadness. Peace be upon you. A welcome. There are, alas, let us bear witness for Chrismal of Carthag. She ventured too close to the wrecks in the shale and succumbed. We have selected a rock island in the shale, not far from where she died. Her totem should be placed there. You are a kindly psychopomp, taking Chrismal to the next stage of her
Psychopomp?
journey. Goodbye, Chrismal. Safe home, sweet friend.
You want to make me go into radiation? What I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry, my leg's asleep. So here's our monastery base where we do all our jasmium running. And that's where the contract is. So we actually have to go out there and check on things. I did shut the water down in that base, and it had plenty of power, so we should be great. But, hey, you know, got to check up on it. We're going to finish this. We're going to go get a couple of agave seeds, not many. And then we're going to... But we'll see where the clock is when that happens. Oh my gosh, what was that? That should be getting in there. I think there's bullet drop. Oh. That's more like it, thank you. Take your shot. Should be one more of you. There you are.
Identify yourself.
Haha. Okay. You take everything. We'll drop it later. Let's go get the stuff from you. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you were carrying a bunch. Talking about. And 5 and 1. Still got 2 more places to check, then we're done with this. Well, 3 more places to check. 4. Oh my god. Just gonna sit here and keep adding to the list. Like I said, you usually get about 80 of those materials split between the 2 of them. I don't know what I'm at, but we'll see. We'll come up here and then we'll go out there. And if you're not watching, what I said is just stupid. Like, we'll go on top of this building, and then we'll go out to that one, that box, and then we'll go over here to this box. What you got for me, bud? My backpack's full. 10. Could be better. Stuck. I almost jumped off the edge. Oh, that would have been horrible. They've gotten back up here. It's a long way down. Oh, yeah. Well, hope they got stuck. I definitely would have gotten stuck on that. But if I actually, like, slipped and fell and... Ooh, boy. Would have been terrible. They shoot me through my own ship? I mean, more power to you, but damn. Pretty cool, though. Pretty badass. Someone just took a shot at me. Yeah. I'm feeling a little spritey, huh? Alright, this will be the last one. Is there a camp? of some sorts. Wow. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Is there a second one? Oh, I didn't know about you guys. I knew there was people down here, but I didn't know about that. Yeah. So, um, who's got sight on me this far away? Okay, so let's take a look at the map here. So we come into the little cave that's on the side here, and we get one. So there's one chest. Then there's it just doesn't look good. But anyway, there's a chest here. Then we come in. There's one here. Still shooting at me. There's one here. And then we go up. There's another one here. Two there. One up here. We go inside and underneath. And we get the boxes that are in there once you open up the main area. Then we go on top of this big, huge thing. And then we come out to here. And then over here to the ruined landing pad. And now we just found two more here. And we've got one coming up on each side. So, damn. I gotta make a better map of that. Also gotta see who the hell is shooting at me. I feel like they're shooting through the walls, you know? Glitching bastards. I mean, dude, we're already up to 100 and something. I don't trust that electricity worm, though, gotta be honest. Nah, it would have been fine. Who the hell are those people? You didn't hear any of that, dude? None of that got you? Came in under a ridiculous landing. There's at least one person left in here. Could be. Alright, well, you're not going to challenge me. I'll just come over and grab this. And 1 and 6. I think one day we'll do a real in-depth scan of this area. Because I have that little route that I normally run, but to say that that's everything, no, obviously it's not. Hell, we just found 2. It takes time, though. The route I normally run doesn't involve as much fighting as we've done here, so that's, you know, one of the main things. But that was it. I've really checked the rest of this area out, so it's probably a good idea, just in case they're sneaky. A hell of a drop. I got one dead guy rotting in this place. Why not have more than that, right? It would be kind of cool to get in here. I don't think there's actually anything in it. It's just, you know, visually structural. That would be cool. All right. And then the great thing about it is normally this would be a minute or two flight out that way. But now we're right here. Oh. We are definitely going to make use of this close proximity. So this pays off huge. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Yep, so this is a box basically for all the things that are on the outside of the building. Probably shouldn't be dropping things like this into it. You have to keep some form of sanity, right? Ooh, excuse me. There we go. There's the yawn. Now we started it. It's going to be all night now. Well, I'm not going to sit here and play the wonder what else I could stuff in these things game. That's a great box. Look at this. I don't even really need a bunch of that stuff, but Mark II's only carrying 20. That's why it's extra. Cool. Yeah, we still got plenty of space. And some of this stuff we can make it go away pretty quickly. So, there we are. See what I mean? That's cool as hell. That's really cool. Proud of myself on that. So yeah, there you go, folks. The base is in a close proximity to all the areas I want to go. The Mosquerite and the Diamondine and that. Now, what do I use that for? That comes in vehicles. You got to use that for some of the tier 6, like the wings, parts like that. So that's where you see those coming into play. Eventually, we're going to start PvPing. Have to. And in the event that they're eventually going to start doing a lot more PvP type of things, we might be taking losses. So we're going to need to make repairs. And we're also going to need to get replacements if things don't go so well. Plus, the guild uses a ton of those. So it works out for everybody. So that's why I like that. Agave seeds are hard to find. Mainly because people don't like coming in here and doing this. As you can see, I spend quite a bit of time. And I'm only 60%, so we're going to knock all the rest of these out. And now that I'm closer and I can just hop in the Thopter and shoot them right over, we'll get this all cleared out. And see how many agave seeds we could build up. They're used for iodine pills and then for decorations. So we want to make this, spruce the place up, make it look nice. Gonna need some agave seeds. So those are huge. And then finally, the best part about it, well, not the best part, everything's the best part. So another good reason is we can hop into our buggy and zoop right along through here, and we're up in this area, and this is where we get all of our aluminum. I knew it was going to start happening, damn it. Okay, but that's where we get our aluminum when we don't go to the deep desert to get it. We were trapped in Haga last week because we were building a new base, so we couldn't build a base out there. Before, the deep desert was way better for me to use because I was so far away. It took so long to drive the buggy up here in order to get it, so the deep desert was a lot better. I may have just canceled that out to where the deep desert may not be the best, it's probably an equal option to just farming it out of Haga. But yeah, being this close to the aluminums is great. And to be honest, we're not, like, this is some dangerous territory. I've thought about this. I think what we'll do is we might break out our carrier and carry the buggy all the way out to this, to the rift, if we ever need to get more cobalt paste and ethereorite. But yeah, we could, sorry, we can drop the buggy and drop it from here and away we go. So, working out really well. You'll notice that I have a base here, and I have a base here, and I have a base here. So what's this? Well, this is somebody else's base that they authorized me to use. It was one of the weekend players, and I'm not sure if he's playing anytime after this. We might just babysit this like we did the other one that we stole. And that way, if he ever comes back, maybe he'll play. So it's going to be like a Horton Here's a Who type thing, or no, Horton Hatches an Egg. Gotta get my Dr. Seuss bucks correct. But yeah, he had a small base over here, and it looks like he authorized me at least to do some stuff in it. So maybe we'll do some surprise stuff and build it bigger, advance it. If he does come back and be like, oh, what the heck is this? Don't know yet. We'll see. Or he might still be there. Hell, I don't know. Said he wasn't going to play after the free weekend, or was unlikely to play after the free weekend, but things change. But yeah, it was just a random player that I met. It was pretty cool. A lot of Vermilius Gap, the eastern side, only 40%. You know, a lot of forest. It's terrible. Christ, it's terrible. What are you doing to yourself? Okay, so last thing we're going to do. I'll tell you what, we're going to take you. Yeah, I'm getting good at it. We did, in fact, drop all the stuff we're carrying. Sure did. Okay. So we are going to hop into here. And like I said, we're going to come down here and we'll set that totem for those people. And we'll check on our base, and then we're going to call it a night. I have a feeling that we're going to have to put on our radiation suit in order to put that totem down for them. Got to get over there, bring all the rest of the awesome stuff from the old base to the new one. Get ourselves a little more settled in. I didn't really talk about fabricators. There is a exact opposite situation on those fabricators. The reason I say that, I was coming at it from a different angle. Okay, I'm sorry. That looked weird. But yeah, the fabricators, there's actually a reason to have both versions. Some things you can only make in the regular, like the survival one, and some things you can only make in the advanced. So for the garment, survival, and weapons fabricators, we're going to have all, you know, both sets of those. It's the exact opposite, like I said, of the refineries that can replace the old one and the new one. So we got to find space for all of those things. Well, it's still standing at least. Power's still on. Hey, what are we doing? Ooh, that got scary. I don't know if you saw that. So we turned the water off up on the roof. We just actually went up and disabled all the machines once we completely filled up. So that's awesome. And honestly, I think these machines are powered down, but not only, oh no, it's not powered down. It's turning you off. Doesn't matter, but because we just don't have any supplies here. All last week we were doing other things, so we just never got any of the materials for out here. What would we have? Well, we would have the duraluminum. We have tons of jasmium. We just don't have any aluminum ore. We've been making it up at the regular base, but you know, it's a little weird now. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm still going to do most of the aluminum and duraluminum here from the deep desert. But whenever I make a jasmium run, I'll probably split it in half, take the rest of it back to the home base, because that way I can make it in both locations. I am honestly not hurting for duraluminum right now. This 1841, pretty sure is just this location. I think that's, might be both, right? There's no way I've got 1800 just here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I got 1800, so we're not hurting for it in any way, shape, or form. But, tell you what we do have to do, though. We have to, let's just do a quick check again on power. Still got 16 days worth. Look at that. Unpaid taxes, though. Oh, we're bad people. I gotta finish that up. So we're gonna finish tearing up the old home base. We'll make our way to Arakeen, pay our taxes since we only have like 6 days. We're not behind. You got 2 weeks to do it. I could do it right away, but since I knew I was transitioning and moving stuff, I wasn't too excited about it. But we'll get it paid tonight once we get the other base destroyed. You know, but this one's in good shape, so. All right, guys, that's going to be it. We only have a few minutes. Yeah, it's 5 or 6 minutes, but yeah, it's short enough. But appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. Come Wednesday, we'll have everything done, and we will be preparing. Probably not this coming week, but maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. Wednesday, we might be making a return to the deep desert. And we also need to start focusing on spice. As far as the titanium, strontium, and plastanium states, we're in great shape. We don't need any more. We're not making anything that warrants us using that. The only vehicle we have left to make is the sand crawler, which I guess I need to do some work on that upper hanger because I could put that there too. I don't want to put it down in the regular vehicle. I could, but that's a rough life for a solo to go out there and do that. But hey, we might. But we definitely got to start looking at getting more active in the spice fields. Most of what we've gotten from Haga. Because, you know, I'm making runs back and forth, so I'd see one on the ground and be like, all right, yeah, I got some space. I'll go ahead and snag some. I think I might also want to work this space to get the water supply up to an even 500,000-ish, 500 plus. Just to make sure, because I can burn through water in this base with all of the refineries running at the same time. But yeah, anyway. Well, I thank you for watching, and yeah, we'll probably do it in the deep desert, and we'll actually do some spice running. We'll try to mix it up between doing regular spice and then some PvP area spice if we have to. As a solo player, I'm never going to showcase going to the large fields. There's just too much commotion, too much going on, and too much potential for me to get killed or have a worm eat my stuff, or bad guys get angry and fights start. But there's also the possibility I yell at my guild and be like, hey, can we do this? I kind of want to wait till I get my own sand crawler, and then that way we can go out that way, but doesn't have to be. But anyway, yeah, let's plan on a return to the deep desert and fun and adventure out there. If we do, we're going to build a more spice-oriented base. So you get to see that. Whether I have enough to make a large or if I go with a medium, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But yeah, I haven't really done much of a spice running videos or streams. It's mostly been these raw materials and this kind of stuff. So might be a good idea. Yeah, kind of refreshing to get back to the spice realms. Of course, a little dangerous. So anyway, plan on that for Wednesday. And I don't know if I'll be on this weekend. Might have some stuff going on. Tomorrow, I'm going to see the Demon Slayer movie. Infinity Castle. That's going to be in the theaters around here. So super excited about that. Favorite anime. And I'll be sure to let you know how that was. So thanks for stopping by. And as always, I will see you out there. Take care.